Hi, I'm Sarah Jane. I'm one of the Aquatics Health and Fitness Managers here at Vekova. We are at the pool, which is where I started 10 years ago as a lifeguard. I'm going to walk you through the Aquatics Health and Fitness areas in the building. Aquatics Health and Fitness was previously known as Leisure Education. Room 1 and 2 used to be used as a consumer lounge complete with a jukebox as well as other leisure activities. These rooms are now used for training and meetings, and Room 2 is currently a staff lunchroom. Room 2 was also the intake hospital room for Jennifer Lawrence in the movie Die My Love. It looked so different. Studio 1 was used as a leisure space and is now similarly used for yoga and dance type classes. And another Die My Love fun fact was that during filming, Jennifer Lawrence needed a nap in between takes. Her bodyguard was looking everywhere for a place for her, and Studio 1 was it. He carried a couch by himself into the room and stood outside the door the entire time with his arms crossed. Our next stop is the gym, which was also part of Leisure Education in the early days. Over the years, the gym has expanded its programming and rentals, but it has always been a staple for Vekova events like dances, Christmas celebrations, employee awards, milestone anniversaries, and many other events. A fun fact about the gym and why the walls are two different colors is because when The Last of Us was filming at Vekova in January 2022, they painted the walls like this. At the end, they were going to paint them back to how it was before, but they proposed they give us a check instead of doing the work. Vekova gladly accepted and has kept the walls as a piece of The Last of Us ever since. The Last of Us also filmed in our men's change room, which they completely transformed. Mine and many others' favorite place, the pool, is next. Vekova's pool opened in 1969 along with the rest of the building. In the early days, the programming was limited as the pool faced significant financial challenges. All programs had to be run entirely by volunteers and practicum students, and the pool was mainly used for consumers to relax and learn personal care in the change rooms. Then, in 1971, in partnership with the Red Cross Society, Vekova introduced its first instructional swim class for individuals with disabilities. Throughout the 1970s and 80s, the pool continued to evolve. Aquasize was introduced in 1977, which still runs today, and in 1979, the Red Cross enlisted Vekova's expertise to help pilot a new 10-level swim program. At that time, Vekova's staff were considered leaders in inclusive aquatics and were frequently consulted by both the Life Saving Society and the Red Cross Society to guest speak and advise on the best practices in adapted lifeguarding and teaching. The 1980s brought more stability as consistent funding from the City of Calgary marked the first time the aquatics facility had a reliable financial foundation, and in the 1990s, recreation became its own department. In 1993, the pool suffered a devastating blow when the ceiling collapsed overnight due to a structural failure caused by high humidity. Despite the damage, Vekova rebuilt and continued to increase its programming and make an impact on the community. In the year 2000, Vekova became an official EOAT test center for the Life Saving Society, aligning with the new Canadian Coast Guard regulations. By 2004, the facility had become the only warm water pool in Calgary, offering therapeutic benefits to countless individuals. In 2010, Vekova worked with the Red Cross to help develop an adapted swim program. In 2022, Vekova worked with the Red Cross to help develop an adapted swim program, which we ran until 2022 when the Red Cross withdrew from swim programming. Vekova then seamlessly transitioned to the Life Saving Society curriculum, but regardless of the program, Vekova has always been known for their great swim lessons. An interesting area is our pool maintenance room where we turn real salt into chlorine through the hyperlyzer. We constantly circulate our water through these giant sand filters, which we backwash once or twice a week. The pool became a second home for many. People with disabilities, stroke survivors, seniors, and caregivers found healing and connection in our water. Some have attended the same classes for decades, forming deep friendships, meeting at Vekova, carpooling together, and heading to lunch after their weekly swim. For some people, the pool offered the only time out of their wheelchair each week, which was a truly impactful moment for them. The upcoming closure of the pool marks a significant loss, not just for Vekova, but for the entire community. It is a chapter of our history that reflects everything Vekova stands for: innovation, inclusion, and connection. For over 50 years, this facility has been a place where people of all abilities found not just fitness, but friendship, purpose, and belonging. Its legacy will live on in our stories and the lives it touched.